The first three things you're going to want to do is one, create a Shopify account. So open all these links that I have down below. It's going to have it to where you can create a Shopify. And two, you're going to want to create a TikTok ad account. TikTok ads is simply the best for beginners. Facebook, Google, you really do need a big budget nowadays to actually get anywhere. And then three, you're going to want to open, a Google account. So this is the only part I can't show you guys on the course is just creating a Google account, mainly because I just called it free course soldierecom@gmail.com. And then just create your password for that account. Where this course is literally, no matter if you're already doing 6-figure months or if you're just starting out, this is going to be beneficial to everybody. There's modules. So if you'd like to go to the certain module for you, again, this is going to be set up exactly as I am. And we're going to go from 0 all the way to hero throughout this whole course. So it's going to be pretty long. There's going to be chops. I'm going to take breaks here and there. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and get this trial started. Yes, so this is $1 a month Shopify, and as well, when you create Shopify's using this link, you're going to get up to $5,000 in rebates per store. You can do this for up to 5 stores, so it's $25,000 in cash back. You're welcome. So we're going to go ahead and just get this up. Just say, I'm just starting. And honestly, if you're like me, this really doesn't matter. You go ahead and just skip it. And you're here. Put in your region. For me, it's going to be United States. And then we're just going to go ahead and sign up with email. That's not my email. And sign up with email and create your password. I'm just going to call it, so create your password here. And then boom, it should take us here. Go ahead and just save it for the sake of us. And yeah. All right. So, boom. This should be fairly easy. Got our Shopify account going. Beautiful. So our trial just started. And again, it says you can get up to $5,000 in cash rebate on this link down here. The no cap or anything like that. All the plans for your first month are going to be $1. So I recommend, honestly, just going ahead and doing this basic rate. Obviously, it's just all you really need. But you can do anything you like. And then just go ahead and get that activated. The reason I say activate it now is we are going to be downloading some apps. I'm going to show you, but to download an app, you're going to need a plan, and that's just what's needed. Otherwise, all the apps are going to, once all the work that you've done on these apps as creating upsells, email marketing, things like that, they're just going to get erased. So you don't want that to happen. So go ahead and just enter card details and subscribe for a plan. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is go to your TikTok ad account and get this made up as well. So the first thing is just get started, and then we're going to do the same thing. Straightforward. Again, it's just getting these accounts made and making sure we have everything sorted from the get-go. You don't want this to be messy. Having this stuff be messy is it's going to be a pain in the long run. So just think of it like that. You're really just securing yourself and making sure it's all good. So, we could just say other. Obviously, there's so many things that we could potentially be selling. As you see, when we set this store up, there's ways I do it. Typically, I go through a niche store, but we'll get into that, like I said. So business name. So yeah, go ahead and just enter all this info and get your account set up now so you have it. All right, so you just enter your phone number, and you can actually use, if you've already had an account in the past, you can use the same phone number. Same with Shopify. You can use the same email. That's all fine. And just go ahead and enter all your stuff. Highly recommend automatic payments, but that way you can pay for the ads as you go. You don't have to put out a large chunk. Obviously, ads are going to cost money. You're buying traffic to get sales on your product. And there's, again, when we get into scaling and our testing strategies later on, there's going to be so many strategies that we do to basically safeguard our money, rules that we have in place, safety nets, to make sure that we don't overspend and that we are very profitable at a low scale and that we can scale highly. If you don't know, that's what I'm best at. That's what I'm here for. I typically don't do beginner content, but since so many people have been begging me, I've made a free course. So it's free. Again, like I said, guys. All right, guys. So now that we have our Shopify store and our TikTok ad account set up, as well as our email for all of our stuff that we're going to be doing under this store. All right, guys. So now that we have our Shopify store and our TikTok ad account set up, as well as our email for all of our stuff that we're going to be doing under this store, we are actually ready to rock, and we're a lot closer than you even think. And this just gets me excited that we're already here, because once this is done, It's like a lot of the BS, like registering, entering emails and all that, it's done. So I just like to get it out of the way first, and then we can roll. So, all right, guys. So first things first, we have to do product research. So product research, we have to first figure out what we're going to be selling on our store. Now, drop shipping, to some people, that's the hardest part. To me, that's the easiest. I've been doing this, like I said, don't mean to toot my own horn, for so long. And I've used so many different spy tools, apps, and you'll have all these gurus throw all these different applications in your face to use, and they're all making a commission off of it. They didn't even use it themselves. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be showing you my new product research method right here that nobody has talked about on YouTube. It's completely brand new on the internet. And obviously, you guys are going to kind of recognize it. In the younger generation, you're going to be like, oh, this makes perfect sense. So the old school method is you go on this site called, let's not look at that. You go on this site called AliExpress, and you look around and you find products and you look for, different things like that. And then it went to everybody's using spy tools. Now, what I learned from my supplier and working with them, he kind of told me whatever working the best, and keep this in your head, what's ever working the best is obviously going to be getting the most orders. People aren't going to be ordering thousands and thousands of units if the product isn't working. So when you see that is one of our safety guards, or one of our control variables that we take into drop shipping, to where we can actually control this. A lot of people, they drop ship and they make a little money one day and they can't sustain it. No matter what product I'm selling, no matter what store I'm running offer, I always make sure I'm consistently profitable using my own control variables that I have in place. These are what I've developed throughout the years. This is, again, what is going to separate my stuff from a lot of people. This isn't copy pasta yet. We are still going to be going from zero to hero with all of my settings and everything that I do that's been consistently profitable for years now. Typically with this, once we find out what's getting the most orders, then we have to find an offer that's profitable. We have to build our upsells that we have. We have so many different control variables that you're going to be getting throughout this course. That's why I highly recommend, even if you are advanced and already done this, just watching it all the way through, because maybe one little thing that I do in my product research, or one little thing that I do in my store setup, or one little thing that I do in my ad strategy can be all the difference for you. This, I can guarantee, watching this all the way through, you guys will have the exact skill set to just conquer drop shipping and actually treat this like it's a real job. So again, get your coffee, get whatever you need. For me, we're in an odyssey right now. This might take 2-3 hours. I don't care. It's me and you guys, and we're going to do this together. So I'm very excited. Sit back, relax, get your energy drinks, get your water, get your, healthy food. And people use AliExpress, people use all these spy tools. Have you ever seen anybody use Temu for product research? Because it is what everybody is buying on right now. And this is how you can see consumers and what they're loving. Like I said, if it isn't getting a bunch of orders, it isn't selling. So what's cool about these sites is they're good for people who just want to buy products, like the average buyer. And if you go to categories and if you go to like the bestseller categories, you can see stuff that has 100K plus units sold. Now, again, these prices, $4, $5.77, $13.48, and all this stuff that's getting tons and tons of products sold, they're pretty high. A lot of people will be like, no, that's very low. I can tell you one thing, guys. If you're seeing $10.48 for a portable speaker, I can get you that for $2. That's what's awesome. And that kind of leads me into one of my things here that I am going to kind of plug is one of a supplier connection. So what's cool about suppliers is there's so many different places and shipping speeds you can get them from and prices that you will be paying. So the thing about it is, how do you weigh out when you're going to get the best quality product and how it's going to get the consumer the fastest, yet have the lowest rates? And I can tell you that there's many U.S. warehouses that get their stuff shipped directly from China that have faster shipping than China and even cheaper prices than what you're going to be seeing on these websites. So we aren't going to be we aren't looking at these websites as far as, the pricing. Obviously, when I was first starting out, that's what I did. I didn't have any private supplier connections or dropshipping agent connections, but I will be sharing all that with you so you can kind of just get started off on the right foot. So you can actually get it from the US, better quality packaging for a lower price than you see on these websites. So our main goal with these sites is just to see what's trending, what's getting the orders. I'm not someone who's going to go on these spy tools, things like that, because what's happening there is a lot of the numbers that you see are very inflated. They don't get updated for months on end. They just aren't accurate at all. And I saw, I had one of my winning products. It didn't take, it wasn't on the front page of PP ads until 3 months after my ads stopped. So I kind of, at that point, I was like, okay, it makes a lot of sense. And then you start meeting and networking with a lot of people who own these types of things, and you go, all right, yeah, it's a bunch of crap. But yeah, so just looking at it, obviously we see some vacuums, things like that. Just tons of stuff. This bedding, dude, people love this stuff. And I mean, I'm telling you, you can get this for $5. Like, let's just take a look at it. Let's do some deep diving product research together. I know it doesn't have the most orders, but it just, obviously it's doing well. We want something that we can sell on TikTok. A lot of this stuff is being advertised on multiple platforms, mainly Facebook, honestly, and just a lot of stuff. So we want to find something with that wow factor that can be sold on TikTok, that we can make content for, that we can have content for, ads, everything like that, and pretty much take over the TikTok ads algorithm. So lots of stuff. I mean, and the winter time's coming, so probably don't want that. We want to find something evergreen that people are always going to need. It's going to be a necessity to anybody, no matter what they're doing and what their life. Now, it can appeal to one gender. That's okay. But the goal is to have something where everybody 18 and 55 plus, your cousin, your grandma, can appeal to, women, boy, whatever it is. So going to do some looking here and just find something that we like. So using this product research method, I've gone ahead and found this is what I really like. It's going to be a self-cleaning hairbrush, and I think this has a really cool wow effect, and I really like the modern design on it. Obviously, I see it's number 2 bestseller from this provider, so it must be selling really well. Again, guys, you can go on Temu and filter out so many different categories, and just ultimately, it's not one way to do it. It's just use your brain and think, okay, if this provider, you can check out different providers and see what's selling the best for them and things like that. And obviously you can see what's getting the most orders. Another product research method that I didn't mention that you can do, but this is going to take a bit longer, and it's more so you kind of got to use like the back of your head, is if I don't go on TikTok, so it's not my thing. I don't typically use the app. I really just use it to run ads. I don't think going on TikTok and scrolling all day is very smart for my brain, like obviously. But if you are on TikTok a lot, one of the old methods that I used is if you see something that just keeps coming up again and again and again, obviously an advertiser is spending a lot of money on it. It must be working some way or another, and then you can undercut it. But that comes into more of, competing and things like that. This is just to get your first product on the store, find your first winner. So now that we have found our product, we're going to go ahead and start our store setup. So again, we're going to have that Shopify store that we created using that link. Again, we have all of these $5,000 in cash rebates, everything like that, $1 plan. I highly recommend it. But yeah, so this is priced really, really well, insanely well, $521 on Temu. So I'm sure with our private supplier, again, they're linked down below, you guys can probably get this for, I'd say $3 shipped out, and that's good shipping, good packaging, and the right product. A lot of these times you order from Temu suppliers, you don't know what you're getting. This is someone I've ordered and worked with for about 5 years now. So spending millions of dollars with them, you kind of develop a relationship. Now, one thing people used to do is that you'd use these product importers and such as DSers or CJ's Dropshipping, and I don't really recommend that. They actually like hike up prices in weird ways, and they add on little fees that you wouldn't even think about. And when you're starting dropshipping, to do a few extra clicks, it's really not worth the extra 50 cents an order. So the way we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go on Google and just search the product, and you're going to get, as you can see, like AliExpress, even $292. Oh, that's not the self-cleaning one, but as you can see, you're already getting some crazy prices here. Obviously, we can get this for much, much cheaper. But yeah, so when we search up the product, we're going to go and get some images. These are pretty much all going to be the same. I wonder what it's selling for on Amazon. Let's actually check this out. $10 on Amazon. Wow. Yeah, this is, we're actually going to undercut everybody with the price that we get it for and potentially what we sell it for. You'll be seeing that in just a second. A method where everybody and their mom is going to be ordering this product. So we can go ahead and just copy the products from Amazon. There's no rules with this. These are all free range, free use products from China. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. But the first thing you're going to want to do is literally just click products and add a product. We're not going to be importing, like I said. Typically, once you import, those apps kind of lock you in on shipping and everything like that. And that's just not the way you want to do it. That's kind of like old school beginner. But again, I'm not really affiliating with a lot of stuff here. And I just want to make sure you guys have the cheapest setup possible. Hence why we do $1 Shopify. Hence why we don't do any of these apps. This is for everybody to get started. Again, this course is free. I just want to give you guys as much knowledge as possible. So please enjoy this while it lasts, because watching this all the way through, you're going to have everything you need to get started and perform well as if you were me. So I'm going to go ahead and just add these. Now you can add more products. You don't need to add you can add more images. You don't need to go ahead and like add a bunch. It's not really necessary. I think just the good looking ones, some of these are kind of weird pixelated quality. People don't want to go on a site and they see kind of these like Temu looking like gift to friends, like, you know what I mean? Obviously the masses will in different countries, but for America, where we're predominantly advertising to, that's just not the case. So let's just say we have a bunch of very, very high quality images on the site. Maybe I add this one. Shein's a good one to use. Shein's always got some good images. But yeah, so go ahead. You kind of get the point. We're just going to basically litter this with images. For us, we're just going to use 2 for this example. So now we have to set up our product page. This is when we're going to be like picking our name, picking our logo, and everything. So the way I've always done this is find the best use, the problem that it's solving. For, obviously what we're doing is we're making sure the hairbrush doesn't have hair on it. And every woman can use this. I don't know if you've ever seen a girl's hairbrush before, but let me tell you, it doesn't look good. So obviously this is a problem for every single girl with long hair, which is 99% of them. So 99.9%, I'd say, unless they're going by some sort of other whatever. But anyways, so what's the problem it's solving? So the problem it's solving is hair. So let's think of, a messy hairbrush, self-cleaning hairbrush, blah, blah, blah. The function of it. And easy. Let's just call it easy clean hairbrush. So easy clean. So easy clean. As easy as you just saw that, I just created a store and brand name. Don't overthink it, guys. Like, I literally just thought, okay, what does the product do? It cleans. It makes it easy clean. That's it. I'm telling you, that's all you got to do. And then I recommend just going online, just typing in TM, copy and paste, and just go ahead here. And now, blah, 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 blah. Now you guys, once you've pasted this, you are official. You are now Easy Clean. That's how we just created a brand name, and that's how you should be creating your brand name too. Don't go on like all these like name stuff, and I know people say use all these AIs. This is how you want to do it, okay? Again, we're not using any crazy third-party tools to get your store done in 5 minutes. We're going to, this is literally how you do it. This is the Pyrex of what I'd say of creating a Shopify store and brand, and how it's really done, and how this is like how I've done it through the years, and exactly my personal ideology. And I mean, we already know how that goes. So Easy Clean. Now the next thing you're going to want is a description. Well, Easy Clean. So Easy Clean, and then let's just reiterate that's the brand name. So Easy Clean, and then self-cleaning hairbrush. Hopefully that's okay. The proper grammar. My bad on that. Let's see. 3D air cushion brushes for women. Airbag massage combs for women. Brush for thick hair. So, okay. So the next thing we see just this. I'd highly recommend taking the description from Amazon. Amazon works. Amazon works really well. Don't spend too much time on the description, but we're just going to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get this from Amazon, like we said. I did not spell that right. Look at this. Guys, a lot of the people making these, even on Amazon, a lot of people making this stuff, they don't even check they just throw up products all day. And really check this stuff out and make sure things are spelled properly is huge. Now, here's what I would recommend for TikTok ads. And you're going to see this, and you've probably already seen, and I can tell you, I might be one of the people behind something you've bought before, but you're going to want to price this. You're going to want to price this at $7. Okay. This kind of goes into our offer and exactly what we're doing. Now, if this was Facebook and I was saying to start out, I'd say do free plus shipping. I'd say free, and then they pay the product price for shipping, and the shipping cost pretty much covers everything else. But with TikTok, they're very, very anal about how you structure and price free plus shipping sweepstakes or offers. And the reason I say, I know this sounds kind of scuzzy or whatever, but this is how you're going to get the most people into your checkout when you're first starting out. That's what you want. You want thousands and thousands of eyes, thousands and thousands of people going onto your site and getting in the checkout, entering their, phone numbers, emails, whatever it is, maybe if they don't purchase, or getting, held into those upsell flows and things like that. You want as many people as possible to go on your site. And the way you can do this and get the lowest cost per clicks, and TikTok will recognize more people are clicking on your ad than the others, and it'll start promoting it even more in the algorithm. It all works together, again, guys. But the way you can do this on TikTok is by doing $7. So they don't allow any of the low stuff, but the lowest price they do allow is $7. And then with that being said, you can just set a compare price up to, I don't know, $24.99. I mean, this looks like if you saw it in Target or something, it would be like $24.99, and they put a nice box on it and self-cleaning hairbrush. You know what I mean? So let's just say you can use that, and then tracking the quantity. This is something just you can manually, since we're not importing it, it's whatever. And then shipping weight. Here's the kicker. We're gonna put that at 1, and this is a physical product. So just make sure this looks somewhat good. And you should be good to go. Now, obviously, the description, the pictures, I highly, highly recommend you guys spice it up. I am going to put an example of a winning store down below if you want to kind of get a good gist of that. Let's just take a look and see what we have so far for our store. So we go in our store, and now you have this product image, and you have these, descriptions and everything like that. Now, that doesn't look too good. So what we're going to have to do now is download apps and finish that part. And then we can go ahead and start designing the store once we have our killer product page made. So we're going to go to our shipping and delivery, and we're going to set up our rates. So custom shipping rates, we're going to create a new profile. Just call it free plus $14.95. So this is going to be $14.95. So this is just compared to where you're advertising to, you're just going to go ahead and create a zone. I recommend just clicking international, and zone name, I'm just going to call it test. But this is how I always set up all my stores, and then you go ahead and just add rate. The reason I do this with my pricing is huge, and I've always done it like this. I don't know why, but standard, let's just say express standard. So we're going to add a condition, and the price is going to be $14.95. And then this is going to be based on the order weight. So we're going to add 1 to 1. So I don't know if you remember, just throw it back. We made sure all of our products weighed 1 pound. So this is where it's coming into play. With this 1 pound, now you can basically select the weight. So let's say a customer orders 1 product. They're going to get a $7 charge. And then when they're at that final page of checkout, they're going to see that the product costs $14.95 in shipping. Now, this is not a big amount. And typically people will just go through with it. $14.95 is not a lot of money as it was, years ago, even when I was starting, but people still all day long went through with it. So $14.95, we're going to add that. Now we're going to add we're going to add this another standard international shipping, add a condition, make sure 1, and then for this, $29.90. So if you guys understand, oh, my bad. We're going to add 2. That's totally on me. And this is going to be based on weight. So when a customer now orders 2 products, it's going to be $14, but when they get to the last page of checkout, they're going to see that they're paying shipping for each individual product, because that's actually how it works. The suppliers don't connect them, so they're going to get 2 packages. So they're paying $29.90 instead of $14.95 this time around. This is very, very clever marketing. And I learned this from an absolute OG in the scene about in 2017, I believe. So This is very clever. Not a lot of people do it, weight-based shipping. There's a lot of apps that can help with it, but they don't even work properly and they charge you way too much. So this is how you do it. I recommend just kind of rinse and repeating this process where you just, keep adding $14.95. I believe, let's see if it's 49. So basically, you just keep doing it and adding these. I recommend just going up to like 10 because people actually, oops, I forgot to add the weight here. So conditional pricing, 3 pounds. So this is if a person orders 3. I recommend doing this up to, I'd say 10, and you'll be good to go. No one's going to order more than 10 of them. And you'd be surprised. Some people will literally order, and I'm talking with $100, $50 on ads in a day. You'll see people order like 5, 6, 7, just like you saw those reviews. People, it's moms, maybe they got their girls and everything. It's just how it is. So make sure you have these good, and you are good to go on your pricing and everything as far as the offer goes for your product. All right, guys. So now that we have the products on our store, we're going to need to be downloading some things to get this store running and functioning exactly how we need. So we're going to go to the Shopify App Store, and first things first is we're going to download my most essential apps. These are the apps, and I'll give you the reason why I recommend them all. And they are just going to be super, and the ones that do cost, they're going to be very cost effective. The thing is here is we're going to want to make sure we're doing this all today. We want to get up our whole store, everything, our ads created, our ads tested and launched. Everything needs to be done today because there's going to be trials, and we want to, obviously not pay money and make sure we're profitable before we start paying money. So apps are going to be first things first is our views. Our Views Review Importer is what it's called. This app, man, I've been trucking with this app for years. I love this app. It's amazing. And I think my favorite part is you can just write your own reviews. That's huge. And a lot of these apps, Judge Me, Looks, it's really just import, advanced importers. And the thing is you can go ahead and just skip the tour. And basically now, once you've installed the app, you can just go on to your product page. As you can see here, I'm going to go online store and go onto the product that we added. Again, now at the bottom, it says write a review. So we're going to actually manually add your reviews. I recommend just taking 10 minutes to just either copy and paste really good ones from Amazon or writing them yourself. Copy and pasting them from Amazon is good enough. The problem is with these apps, you can't import from Amazon. And when you go to import thousands of reviews, and yes, you can go on our reviews and have it, fluff it to where it says you have thousands of reviews, and then it really only shows like 20 or something. But, a lot of these Chinese websites, the reviews suck. Like the grammar is improper, and it's actually stuff that will literally freak out your buyer and be like, what am I buying? So yeah. Anyways, so we're going to get these apps done first, like I said. So we're going to go back to the App Store and just download a couple more apps. These are, again, the essential apps, the apps that you must have in order to get this functioning properly, working correctly. Now, SMS Bump is one I would say to use, but nowadays it's all about SMS Go. It's going to be a lot cheaper. There's no real SMS marketing apps. Let's see, where did it go? This looks a bit different. Hold on. So there's Text Cart, Live Recover, SMS Bump, Hexdom, Push Marketing, SMS Go. There we go. Free plan available. Again, I'm just trying to make sure you guys make and save money and have the easiest. With SMS Bump, now it takes days to get approved because of the whole TCPI appliance and all that stuff. I believe that's what it's called. All the appliances and everything on SMS Bump take a long time, and this does the exact same thing for free. So go ahead and just add the free plan. And what this does is TikTok, everybody is on their mobile phone. Typically in our checkout, we're just going to have them, enter their phone number. That's a lot more predominant than email. It's easier for people, it's numbers. It's a much shorter keypad. It's easier on the thumb. It's easier on the eyes. And everybody is 100% of the traffic that's coming to you is on their mobile phone. So what better way of just shooting them a text message nowadays than an email? And emails, they've been around. Email marketing's been around a lot longer. It costs a lot more than SMS marketing. So that's kind of where I see a little way I was going to be able to wiggle in with TikTok that helps out so much. So the thing that we're going to do is we're just going to add automation. So once the app is added, we will go and set this up in just a moment here. But I do want to go ahead and add another app. This is going to be the kicker, and this is the one that does cost money, okay? It does cost money, and I have no affiliation with any of these apps, guys. But this one, after about 30 days, it's going to charge you about $30 a month. So you have a lot of time to really try this one out. But this is just, it will make you so much money. I mean, this is you're spending more money on this app on your store than you're paying for Shopify, than you're doing anything. So this app is huge, and like I said, you're gonna have to go ahead and add a plan. So let me go get my credit card and add a plan. All right. So once you got your card, so now what you're gonna do is just approve the subscription, 30-day trial again. So you have time. You really do have a lot of time to delete the app if you didn't like it. But this is the app that's just gonna make or break some of your stores. So with this, you really just want to beauty, monthly revenues, just kind of. So with this, you just want to go through all of it, and then go ahead and start your first funnel. And it's actually amazing like how you do this. So a lot of people will say, okay, so it's just showing you all the different upsells. So basically what you have the option to do is a pre-purchase upsell. So this is basically before the customer checks out, you show them a product and say, do you want this too? Then you have the option to do the post-purchase upsell, which I personally love. And then you have the option to do a thank you page upsell. So there's a lot of options here, and we will be getting into this when we set up the app. But first things first is I'm going to basically take you guys along and get the reviews on. We're going to set up the SMS and then the upsells together. We want, but now that we have the 3 essential apps installed, I'm going to go ahead and just do these all with you. So with the upsells, the only upsell I do is a post-purchase upsell. The reason is I don't want to interrupt the buyer before they go ahead and get into the checkout. The checkout is where you get their cell phone number and things like that. And of course, you just want to get the purchase through in the first place. A lot of that kind of scammy pop-ups and stuff will really discriminate a buyer from going through with your product. So what I do is post-purchase upsell. Select the products manually. And I know you guys might be thinking, oh, okay, well, a hairbrush, I might want to sell some sort of hair thing with it or a different type of hair product with it. The only thing you're going to want to upsell them is the same exact product. Think about if you're getting, I don't know, some chicken wings, and they say you get 8 chicken wings, and they say you can get 8 more chicken wings for 50% off. Or if you're getting some chicken wings and they say you can get a piece of chicken strips, or if you're getting chicken wings and they say, you can get a burger for 50% off. Is a person more inclined to buy the chicken wings or the burger when they're already getting wings? So what I've noticed throughout the years is that actually when you re-upsell the same product, it will have a 14.5% hit rate. So if you do that, it's kind of versus like a 5%. So if you just re-upsell the same product, you don't really have to do much work. And honestly, buyer psychology, this is what's going to work the best. So our front is password protected. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just take this off. Online store. Again, guys, a lot of stuff we're doing today. I know we're going in far. This is a big project ahead of us. Let me just make sure we got a plan going. Oh, and make sure, I guess I wasn't subscribed, so just make sure you are subscribed to that plan. It's going to be $1. Again, this gives you all the stuff that you're going to need to pretty much prevail. So password protection, I believe it's in preferences. Yes, so remove the password, and then we just should take a second here. Yeah. Let's see, refresh that. Okay, should be good to go. So there's no more password on our store, so we can go ahead with this apps. My bad about that. I completely thought I purchased a plan, but I guess I didn't. So we're going to go ahead and head back to, I guess that went away. I'm going to go ahead and back to our one-click upsell and get this done. So go back to our funnels, status. I'm going to just turn it on. Obviously, I need to enable the app too. So make sure you guys do this. And you also, in order for this app to work, you're going to have to edit your checkout settings. Literally just look at it. Okay, it says OCU upsells activated. You can see this is on. Click save. Just do exactly as I'm following. You don't want to mess this up. because it's going to cost you. And when the upsells aren't working, it could like literally not be profitable, especially at low scale. Like when you're spending, let's say $10 on ads and you get a sale that's worth $30 when it could have been worth $60, it's pretty, So we're going to go here. And then when you're in customized checkout, just scroll down and you should see it. We'll turn that on in a second. But you should just scroll down and you're going to see ZipApply, one-click upsell, and just click save. And we are completely good to go. The status of our funnel can now be turned on. So let's go ahead into here and edit, and we're just going to, like I said, the same product. And we're just going to have upsell offers. It's the same product as bought. So yeah, so same product as bought. Okay, that looks weird. I want to make sure it's exactly. So select the product manually, add, and then so we go here, and now you see this. So it looks good. Obviously has the same kind of thing going on with upsells. You got a headline. You don't need all these headlines. I honestly recommend getting rid of content box 2, bottom divider, border, or everything really at this bottom. It's not, you don't need it. So it's just kind of like removing these like weird things. You can add details and you can test around. I highly recommend it. But even just now with all these like kind of things like this, I highly recommend you take time, like such as with the product descriptions and the pictures. It's not that this is wrong. It's just, you could just take a lot of time and really ice it up for your liking. I personally never have ever spent any time on this. I don't think it's that necessary. But I just think, obviously just do as you please, make it look good. I mean, we're going to change this to $7 off. So it is just $0. But yeah, you don't even, okay. So with this, you don't even need to add like, any type of, stuff. It's really just as is and it will hit. Like you don't need to add all these crazy things. You don't need to, it'll just work on its own. If you sell the same product. So, and then you can kind of just do the same exact thing for the second one. I'm actually just going to delete this one. And then for upsell 2, copy an existing offer, upsell 1, we're just going to copy that. So these are like literally exactly the same. So let's say if they say yes, then they get the option to buy it again. And if they say no, they say, hey, maybe you want this option to buy it one more time to get that offer. And they might be like, you know what, you're right. So these are really good to have. Just upselling the same product twice. It will always work. It's not too much for the buyer. It's a little pushy, but it's not too pushy, if you know what I mean. So it's not like, the thank you page. It's not like we're giving them endless upsells here. It's not like we're interrupting the checkout experience here. This is really just that, okay, they've already ordered a product. Can we complement them with another? So once that's done, the upsell funnels, everything's done. You can actually go ahead and I believe just preview. So once they order, it will look like this. And since it does already have the customer's credit card information saved, once they click pay now, it will just auto go through. If they decline it, they're just sent back to this page one more time before they go. And then you go view order confirmation. Oh, this is, I guess, a demo. Yeah. So, all right. So once that's done, everything's good to go. Make sure, again, your funnel is published. These two are done, just like we said. So yeah, so once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go on to our SMS setup. Let's see where that went. Snuck away from us. So we're going to go ahead and just do our SMS Go setup. And we're going to be doing our views. Last but not least, obviously, I'm just going to be copying and pasting stuff from Amazon for that. But yeah, so campaign status, just going to save D&D. Conversions. So let's just check this. So send after 5 minutes, and then we're going to do 45 minutes. So you are within 1 SMS character limit, thankfully. Offer discount, no. And the second one is, this should be 45 minutes, I believe. We're going to switch it to 45 minutes or 30 minutes. 30 minutes is good. So once we have that, so this one, we just want to make sure it's switched to 30 minutes, save changes, and you are actually good to go. It's going to look like this on your text messages, like, hey, Mary, your shopping cart, whatever. It's going to have the exact link to the store. We haven't got there just yet. Check here to complete your purchase. And that little nudge, people typically go back on TikTok and they start scrolling again and they forget they even had a product in their cart and they go, oh, I really wanted that product. And they go back and it gets them a lot of the time. So I know there's SMS bump, but again, SMS Go is just going to be way cheaper in the long run. Now our views, let's get onto that. And as well, I did forget one app. This is an app that I think is huge, and a lot of people, they sleep on it, but it's going to be Ultimate Sales Boost. So let's just go ahead and get that installed as well. Now this one, it's a free plan available too. So again, a lot of these apps, the only app that's going to really cost you is going to be the the Zipify one-click upsell. And that's how it should be. A lot of times you see people with courses, the course costs thousands of dollars and it's BS and they don't actually set up a store with you. And, it's hundreds of dollars in apps, $100 in this, subscriptions. It's just a bunch of crap. It really doesn't cost that much to start out. Like I said, guys, I did this in high school. It's a lot easier than you think. So the one thing I love is an inventory timer. Now, the problem with this one is it's going to report exactly what you set the inventory to. So you're going to have to set your inventory low in order for it to report how you want it. So sales countdown timer, I think is good. This one, you can just say there's 75 minutes left. 45 minutes left. Let's do like 75-ish. And you go ahead and just do that. And then let's see what else here. Should be, okay, once it's 0, it just hides the countdown. And then homepage, make sure, so it has a bunch of these. This is kind of the preview right here. So this is what else is going to add to the product page. Add a cart button. You could make it bounce. I think the one thing I'm going to get rid of though, for sure, is going to be the inventory timer. Even though that's the option that we clicked on, this is just where it gives us all the options that we'd like. So when it comes to payment badges, one thing, I don't really think payment badges are that good. Some of them are really bad. Like, you never want to work with PayPal. PayPal is the one thing. Amex, Amex, Apple Pay, great. Shop Pay, great. Says a lot about trust. Visa, amazing. MasterCard, amazing. Let's just find where that PayPal one is that it's using. Let's see here. Okay. And get rid of that guy. That guy is just no good. I feel like even Shop Pay is kind of just like, it alludes that you're just a Shopify store. And a lot of people don't really trust Shopify stores for some reason. I mean, obviously it's, yeah. So you just want to keep it clean like this. Not too much, not too little. And then, of course, the cart page, you're going to want to check out within 1451. So this just keeps them moving along the cart page. I've used these for years, guys. They actually work. This isn't just like shut up your first store. So I know even if you think it might look like a little too little, a little too much, this is exactly as I would my own, along as a setup. So don't think, when it comes to this type of stuff, you're slacking on anything, or you need to do more, you need to do less. As long as you make sure everything's firing and working properly, you're good. So that's why you always want to place a test order. Make sure your upsells are going. Make sure your SMS is going. Send it to your own number. And if not, you can always reach out to support on the apps, watch this again, or anything like that. Obviously, guys, you need to ask questions, do things. You're going to be, but yeah. So cut. All right, so once we have that, we're just going to do the last but not least is we're going to go like Amazon. So last but not least, we have to do the easiest part, which is add the reviews. And then we're going to move on to, building our logo and building out the site. This is going to be a one product site for now on. But again, guys, if you do ever want to add more products to your site, I'd highly recommend just going the general store route and just adding a bunch of trending products versus like trying to keep it all confined within a niche and everything like that. So that's my 2 cents on as far as building out your site. And obviously, if you're interested, you can watch my YouTube for free. I have a lot of stuff, mainly as far as the advertising, but building sites, I always touch in on it and kind of what I do when it comes to sites. I like niche collections and general stores. I think they're really great, and you can take them to any length. But yeah, so let's just find one with a lot of reviews. So this one on Amazon has 1,000 reviews. Some videos. I don't know if it's the same exact brush. The world is online. but it serves the same purpose, right? So it looks like it has a lot of reviews. It looks like it's very highly rated. And we're just going to go down to the reviews. And yeah, we're just going to copy and paste some of these guys. So these are big reviews. I mean, some of them, yeah. So we don't know if we want to go ahead with all of them, but in order to add reviews, it's quite simple here. Just go to our online store. And as you can see, we're going to go check out this product page now. And it is looking a lot better. You know, we got our countdown timer. See, everything's starting to come together, guys. Trust the process. But now we need to add some good old reviews. So what I love, like I said about our reviews, you can just copy and paste your own reviews. This is like what's needed. So I'm just going to have a tab open with Amazon. And I mean, as long as it's, you know, just going to go ahead with this. Email 5-star. Boom. Done. Next thing, makes a great gift. Purchase one of these brushes. Purchase 6 more. Okay, so customers are going to see what this review. People are loving it, and they're ordering 6 more, so they're going to want it for themselves. 5. That's a Jackson. And you just kind of keep going. Some of them, don't worry, they're going to show up in just a second. Some of them use images. Some of them don't. You don't really need images. I think as you go, like I said, guys, as far as the description, your product page, you can always keep going, always keep icing it up. It's always up to you. But I just recommend getting that base layout first, getting your ads up. Oops, that's a big problem. Getting your ads up, and then once your ads are in review, then you go back on your product page and you start making the reviews. As you'll see, we'll get into that. But this is, like I said, step by step of exactly as I've been doing. Like, I'm literally going to launch the store, and I know it's going to produce sales, and I know exactly the process that I'm doing. But first things first is we need to get a good functioning product page up. And with that, you know, it's not like we need thousands of reviews. It's not like we need this amazing, I don't know why it's not copy and pasting. I don't know why we don't need all these crazy things. We just need a functioning, let's see, hopefully that was spelled right. We just need a functioning site. So when that comes, it's, you know, maybe 4-star in there. And again, guys, this is how it works. I know it's kind of a weird process. We're going to do this last review here, and then we're going to be moving on. So don't worry if you guys are getting bored of me adding reviews, but I literally just want to walk you through the process of exactly setting up a store, everything, every single thing. I don't want to miss a thing out. Yeah, so let's go ahead and refresh this now. As you can see, we have a 4.6 with 5 reviews. We're going to have, don't worry, when it's in review, like I said, more description, more pictures, maybe add a little video, add some guarantees, some more reviews, and you'll be good to go. But right now that we have all of our apps installed and our site is functioning and the offer is going to be working. Okay, so guys, I'm going to exit out all these tabs and keep yourself sane. Make sure you're exiting these tabs as you're building everything out. So exiting everything out, even that offer page, and we're going to go ahead and build. So we're going to pick a theme and we're going to build along with it. Now, there's a lot of themes you can use. We're going to be going one product theme, so just pay attention here. So the theme I believe we should use, and I mean, it even shows your hair but better, is refresh. So refresh is a good one, and we're going to go just add customize. You can use any theme you like. It doesn't have too much of a difference, and you can even just use the basic Shopify theme. You guys don't need to do all these crazy things. It's not about how great or perfect everything on your site is. It's more so about your offer and the traffic that you're running to it. So let's just go ahead and get these basics out of the way, get the site fully functioning, finish everything up, terms, whatever we got to do, and get on to building our ads and testing our ads. So once we have our creatives testing, we will be able to launch today. I know it's been a long time coming. You guys were almost there. Just hang in there. But yes, so announcement bar, what do I do here? So announcement bar, I typically like to say, let's see, theme settings. I'm going to say sale ends in 24 hours. Sale ends today. And I can just link to the product. No one's really going to click on that, but when they do, There you go. So my store. Now you're like, okay, well, remember earlier when we made this, right? When we chose the product, that's what we're going to choose for our store name. So you want this My Store to actually say your product. So the way to do this is actually just go to your settings, and it's going to say store name, and you just choose Easy Clean. Boom. So we're going to go back and customize the theme, and now it has our Easy Clean on it. And then we're just going to look at some of the templates. So templates, I want to add the best one. Oops, don't want to add images. Images are good, but we want to add a section, and we're going to basically just do a rich text talking about the brand, something really good. And then we're going to want to add another section, testimonials, our views product section. Let's see. You can actually just add a slideshow too, talking about the brand. And yeah, I mean, that's really all you need. For the featured product, since this is going to be a one product store for now, and again, you can change all this stuff up. But again, featured collection, this is going to just, oops, that's not what we wanted. So featured collection. So we're going to actually add a section as well, and it's going to be just featured product. So for this featured product, we're going to move it up and then get rid of featured collection. So now with our featured product, we can go ahead and select the Easy Clean hairbrush. How good does that look now? So now you can see our whole site is getting laid out. And what we got to do now is actually enter and edit all of these. So I'm going to do this along with you guys, and I'm going to be kind of talk. It's going to be fast as possible, but hey, let's do it. All right, so now that we are on the store, so we're pretty much just going to dice this up really, really quickly here. Not do too much, right? But obviously we're going to do some stuff. So browse our latest products. We're going to want this to just say, let's say, elevate your hair care. Hopefully that's perfect grammar. I don't really. Okay, and then explore free images. We're just gonna go on the Shopify library. It's always great, and we could just search something like, my bad. Where the fuck's the free images? So for the images, we're just gonna go explore free images. Let's just go hair. Now we're just gonna get like a women's hair. Maybe like more so of, I don't know, let's not brushing the hair, not like cutting the hair, you know, something where it's like brushing it, but it looks good. You know, we want it to look really, really good. I would say this, but it's like not the brush we're selling. Actually, you know what? That's fine. It doesn't even matter. It literally doesn't matter. It just needs to be themed in somewhat of the same way. So we're working with Easy Clean, right? So Easy Clean, Easy Clean hairbrush. Very stylish, very stylish. All right, we're going to go ahead and select that. And yeah, so with the slideshow, let's see, center. Yeah, sweet. So featured product, everything's good to go there. Rich text. So this is where you kind of just want to like BS, kind of like add. You see this on so many websites, like the brand mission and things like that. So we're just going to add our own like, from the roots to let's think of a tagline. Like this is how quick. I just want to show you a real time of my brain processing this. Don't overthink this stuff. Quality down to the roots. So obviously roots has something to do with hair, and also like something to do, you know, has multiple meanings. You don't have to get that deep. I'm going to capitalize the 2 and the T. You want it to look pretty professional, right? So there we go. It's quality to the roots. And what are we going to say? easy. So I'm going to use the good little TM. Oops. Oh, fudge. Okay. We're back here. Quality to the roots. And then let's go ahead. Get that easy clean. Easy clean. Just copy and paste it because we want our TM. We want to look as official as possible. Easy clean. This is just crazy. Hold on. Okay. Well, that's showing us a link now. Okay. Easy clean. I mean, you can even just put the logo image again, right? So just nothing crazy. I mean, I'm not even using a logo for this store. A lot of stores I don't even use logos for. I just have like a clean brand, easygoing brand name. And if you have a clean site, you don't even need a logo a lot of the time. Obviously, logos down the line, they're good to get in. But yeah, so next thing, you're going to want to just save that. And then let's just image slides shows. I really like, I guess this is where we can go ahead and get some more images of the self-cleaning hairbrush. So really the only images I'm thinking of is just kind of like super high quality, like Shein ones. Obviously these Amazon ones are always pretty good, but you gotta, and you know that they blow these up huge. So we want to make sure everything is solid and working properly. So to make sure we're good there. Searching for images. Again, take your time here. When you're really doing this, you want the best images. These ones seem pretty good. No, okay, yeah, they aren't bad. I like it. Might already have this one. Yeah, we do. But it's a good image. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna get rid of this. We don't need a slideshow right now. Quality to the roots. Just a one product site, right? And again, you are going to want to pretty much create different, especially with these one product pages. Let's just do a single image as well for a section with like just perks of the product. So image banner, image with text. Image with text is always great. So image with text, let's just select, let's get like one more. Or you know what, we already get this one. So let's use this one as our image on the main page. And sorry, backtracking here. Don't really want a button. I just kind of want that rich text. But now with the image text, fantastically functional. Sweet. It's just literally that easy. Just that easy. And then we were just going to go to this type of stuff. This is just like a perk of the product. So the massage function. I'm going to add that here. And we're going to make it look good too. Fantastically functional. Like how good does that look? Like I just thought of that off the top of my head. I'm not saying like just think of kind of like, what is that, a synonym, anonym? I don't know. I didn't graduate high school, but you know what I mean. So button label, just literally just send it to the product page. Again, we do want to use that product page. Now, if I'm really going to ice it up, I'm going to add testimonials. I'm going to add reviews, really, really high quality images and slideshows, videos, things like that. Again, guys, it's as easy as just clicking add a section and you can have as much fun as you want. When it comes to functionality, is the site going to work? This is more than enough. I promise you. The only thing that we got to do now is I'm not going to add anything as far as email list goes. They're removing the Power by Shopify. That used to be a little thing where people say, oh, remove it. And I feel like now when people see it's Powered by Shopify, they trust it a lot more because a lot of sites were scammy back in the day, a lot of OG sites. So let's go ahead and we need to add a menu. So next thing is we need to do, our homepage is now done. This is just, again, a one product store. This is my layout. It's going to have kind of just an overall picture. our featured product, some quality rich texts, and then an image text. So it's just like fantastically functional, and just show one of the functions of the product so people can get excited about it and understand that they're buying more than just, a self-cleaning hairbrush. They're buying something that, can massage their scalp, stimulate hair growth, things like that. Obviously, there's so many functions of the product. The main angle to tie them in with is the self-cleaning, and then we go from there. So now that our homepage is done, we're going to need to add policies in order to launch. TikTok, Facebook, Google, whatever you're advertising on, in our case, it's going to be TikTok. It's not going to let you launch any ads if you don't have a policy. So we're going to go here. We're going to go into our store settings, and then we're going to look for policies. And once we are at policies, so this is super, super easy, guys, super easy. You go ahead and just click create template. Again, create template for privacy policy, create template for terms of service. For contact info, we're not going to do anything just yet, but we're going to go ahead and hit save on those. And let's go to the navigations on your online store, and we're going to add menu items. So we're going to go ahead with the pages. Hold on, my bad. So we're going to go policies, add our privacy policy, just click add menu item, policies, refund policies, click add. And then our terms of service and policies, terms of service, and click add. So what's the last thing? What are we missing? So contact, want to make sure this is proper. I believe you can just leave it as is, and it will automatically just have like a little bar. All right, guys, so now we should have all of our policies set up onto this page. And for the contact, it'll just do it on its own. It sets itself up by itself, basically, where you have they can submit a message and it'll email it to you so you can answer it there. Again, this is just to get started. Obviously, when you're building out, scaling, you're going to need to start hiring, everything like that. That's what we have the Discord, the YouTube channel, everything like that for. And in my case, I use SupportFox. It basically handles all the customer service for me. It's like AI, and it's amazing. But yeah, so once that's done, we're just going to go ahead and save menu. And we're going to click onto our online store, and we should at the top populate here. So now look, we have all of these awesome forms. And what's great is you can add our mission and about us, different things like that. You can write all about your store. Again, this is just to get a store up functioning, get these ads going. But look at our product page. Everything's looking good now. It's looking icy. We got our reviews. You can go to the home page. Home page is looking nice. Really nice, fantastically functional. Contact form, it's going to look like this. This is where people can talk to you. And then our privacy policies. This is a template, obviously. You're going to want to make sure when you do add these policies, like I just showed you previously, that you go ahead and enter where it says your info is needed. So just make sure you do that. Obviously, it's needed. If you have the wrong email on here, insert a return address, all those different little things. But now we're going to be doing the last thing we absolutely have to do before we go live. Now, this is optional, but I highly, highly recommend it. We're going to buy a new domain for the store, and this is where we're just going to call it Easy Clean Direct, or I don't know, whatever is available, right? So Easy Clean Direct. I mean, personally, I'm not going to run this store. I'm not going to scale it up. I'm really just showing you exactly how I set up all my stores. I do this the same way, and I find domains the same way. I kind of just get my product name and keep adding little things. But Easy Clean Hair, that's a perfect domain. So anyone who wants this, I'm actually going to check on that domain and reward somebody with a free mentorship or something when I have time. Maybe it's just a free 30-minute call, kind of chat it up and see what's up. But enjoy. That's a great domain. But yeah, so you choose your domain. And now you have a beautiful, beautiful Shopify store. And just about an hour or so, 1 or 2 hours ago, we didn't have anything. And at this point, we basically can go ahead and start building our creatives, and our ad account should be approved. So as you guys can see on my phone, I've just created a new TikTok account, and this is exactly how I make my creatives. Obviously, when you're evolving, you hire UGC teams and things like that. And there's going to be information on that in the Discord. You can always go and ask more and more questions in the Discord. We will have answers and people answering you for literally everything you could potentially need to scaling up your stores. Again, this is just how I set it all up. So I just downloaded TikTok, and the first thing we're going to be doing is looking up the, what's it called? The self-cleaning hairbrush. Now, a lot goes into the creative. Don't just think I'm taking pieces of the internet and putting it together and putting text over in it and saying, screw it. There's a lot that goes into this. And a lot of people who might be actually younger understand this, like of how the videos that you choose and how they hit what audience. So, for example, if I show an average looking girl just doing her hair, not showing anything crazy, not doing all these extra things, all these extra moves, or using these extra sounds, as some of you might know what I'm implying to, it will show it to the exact audience that's interested in the product. So swipe down. For example, I was selling a necklace in 2021 on TikTok, right when it just started booming. And what happened was I had this model. It was my girlfriend actually, and she was in this video and she's doing, whatever, selling the product. And basically I got these crazy good metrics. I was getting a very low cost per click. I was getting a very low, CTR. We'll get into metrics and what all that means just in a minute here. And it was getting all these amazing clicks, and it wasn't getting any sales. And when it did get sales, it was guys. So you got to understand, the TikTok is not just showing it to people who are interested in the product. If TikTok sees that, it's people are making fun of it in the comment section, it's going to make it optimized to... It's going to make it optimized to people who are going to be making fun of it in the comment section. If it's optimizing towards guys who like looking at a girl's butt, that's what it's going to optimize to. So you got to think about the algorithm and work it backwards in your head and basically play it like a fiddle. So how do we show it to all the girls that have messy hair, that need their hair clean, that don't know how to clean their hairbrush? Well, you find a normal, messy looking girl and you get her cleaning it and using it and showing three things. She's showing the product, the function, and then in the creative, we need to state the offer. Product, function, offer. If you focus on those three things, I guarantee you will hit your audience and like every time. What do I mean by this? So literally just showing the product, not doing all these extra crazy things. So let's take, for example,
types of brushes like that. The hair slides right off and there's no cap for.
Okay, here's our brush.
Why I want to return my self-clean.
So this one you see right here, a lot of people would look at it and they want to rip it or copy it. And I would say no, because what this is an organic ad. So this ad is performing and it's made for organic. So when you are running organic on TikTok, you want to have that kind of like wow or what factor to actually get people's attention. Whereas when we're running ads, it's going to take whatever audience that captures and amplifies it. So that's why, again, you might think that's an example where you might think you found a winning creative, but no, it's really not. And it would work on organic, but it won't translate well to paid ads. So again, a lot of you might have just thought like, oh, that was a perfect ad, but that will only work well organically because, yeah. So anyways.
I got scammed by a TikTok shop seller and I'm going to show you how. So I got one of these self-cleaning brushes where you're supposed to...
You see this? I'm going through postpartum still. I just had a baby 6 months ago and my hair's been falling out like crazy. So I'm gonna brush it first and then after I'm done, we're gonna push it all out. Watch. This thing is good for cats, dogs, humans, anybody that sheds hair and doesn't really want to keep it in their brush. Very easy to come out. And no, my hair is not falling out because I dye my hair too much.
Pub, you got the self-cleaning hairbrush. It is so easy to...
This is a self-cleaning hairbrush. I hate cleaning my hair out of the bristles, but this brush has a button on the back.
I was inspired by this TikTok.
Reminder.
Obsessed with you? Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay, so this one just shows and states the exact offer, and that's why I like it. If we go to the comments here, my dog has a hairbrush like this. Isn't that a pet brush? Cheaper, early. Okay, so the only reason the comment section, it's okay. It shows that somewhat alluding to the right audience, but obviously the reason I like this is because I can easily mask the, the text that's on the screen, and I can change the sound to whatever recommended. And click more. And I'm going to copy the link. And then I'm going to go to snaptic.app. Let's see here. Because if you just save it directly, it's going to have the watermark. So we're just going to go to Snaptic and then download HD. And it's going to show ads and things like this, but it's the way you can do it on your phone. Close video. Let's try downloading that again. One more time. I know it's been a long time, guys. We're going to get through this. We're getting a store launch today. Let's see if we can just push through. Okay, just download. And then once we got that downloaded, we should be able to go onto TikTok and edit it. Now, again, what are the things you're going to want to look for when you're looking for raw footage? You're going to want to make sure the comment section somewhat matches up, or if you can, just find a good quality video that's like just showing the product. A lot of times when you see these girls, and even though the comment section might match up, it's better to just have something where it shows the product, because that way you can work with it, you can use your own text on the screen, and you can play around with it. So now that we click download, we're going to go over to TikTok. Okay, now we have it in our TikTok ads manager, or our TikTok account, and it looks perfect. It actually looks amazing. So you may be wondering, what am I going to change? Let's see if I can mute this. So you may be wondering, what am I going to change exactly? I'm going to get a little silent here just because, and you're probably going to hear this TikTok play a million times, but I'm just going to show you what it's like to make a creative. Now, how many creatives are we going to want? We're going to want a total of 4 creatives. Now, these creatives, I'm not more so doing anything drastic. I'm making little fidgets and little changes, okay? So we're going to make these creatives. I'm going to make them in front of you guys so you guys can just see exactly what it's like and do pretty much just watch it through and then do the same for yourself to make your own.
Obsessed with you? Yes. Yes, I am. Me? Obsessed with you? Yes. Yes, I am. Me? Obsessed with you? Yes. Yes, I am. Me?
All right, guys, so as easy as that, I just did my first creative, okay? So that's my first creative, and I use it just, you can use, don't allow, I don't want to use my contacts, I don't want people seeing this, right? So with that one, you just add it to the TikTok account that you make for running ads. I definitely recommend you have a TikTok account for searching for ads, for creating ads and everything like that. That's just like not attached to your own, especially if you're really trying to take this seriously, because people will find your stuff and copy
Obsessed
it.
with you?
So as you can see, my ad posted.
Yes. Yes, I am.
That's creative one. So what do? We added the offer. We show the
Obsessed
product.
with you?
We didn't show too much of the
Yes.
function,
Yes,
but
I
that's
am.
okay. We kept the original sound, and we're just going to basically make a couple more. Obviously,
Me?
obviously we're going to have more
Obsessed with
variations.
you?
We're going to see what does better. So
Yes.
yeah, let's go
Yes,
ahead and
I
use
am.
another video where it's just, maybe this time we use the recommended sound and we change up the function, or we add the function.
Me? Obsessed with you? Yes. Yes, I am.
guys are watching a craft right here. We are crafting up the next Titanic, baby. All right, so boom. So what did I do there? I used the recommended sound now this time, and I added the product function in the middle, and then I added the offer down below. So the algorithm will be showing this now to people who want the function of that product. So people who have messy hair, it's going to show it to them automatically. And then it's also going to show it to people who are okay with the offer. The reason is their eyes are going to see that top line first, and it's going to show it to the right audience. I promise you. Think about it if it's over your head, but that's just how it's going to work. So that's one of our creatives.
With you? Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and waste no time here. Obviously, time is very valuable.
Obsessed with you?
So we're going to go and add the next recommended sound. Recommended. Has kind of a mysterious vibe. And then we're going to just be a little bit more funny with this one. So the first one, we had one literally just showing the product, the offer. Now then we showed kind of the product function offer. And now we're just going to say something that's still going to allude to the product, the function, and the offer, but maybe have a little bit more fun with it this time. So as you can see now, let's watch it. I never thought a self-cleaning hairbrush would change my life. Best $7 I've ever spent. So we still made sure to really focus on the product and its function. Obviously the product is in it. So the function of the product and then the price. So it was only $7, best $7 I ever spent. Again, we're doing it, but now we're having fun and adding things and allusions to it where it's, not more creative.
Obsessed with you? Yes. Yep. Me?
Yeah, it seems very girly. But so with this one, we went for a little bit more engagement here, and it's going to get more engagement whenever you enter things like boyfriend, ex, things like that. Is this a sign? Asking a question. So it's going to show it to a lot of girls, obviously only girls. And it's kind of gonna imagine all the girls like getting together and talking about it or thinking things about it. Obviously, we're not going to have our comment section on for when we run ads, but just think of it like if it were an organic video. So first things first, we had our... So I'm going to go ahead and post this now. And guys, here's the TikTok. I am going to leave these up if you do want to go check them out. I'm going to leave these ads up that I created. You guys can go do as you... I never thought a self-cleaning hairbrush would change my life. Best $7 I've ever spent. Kind of just fits the music, a bit more dramatic. Obviously, these are the recommended sounds TikTok's telling us to use. This is not like me picking songs. You always want to do that because TikTok will it already knows. I promise you, it already knows where to put it. And if you just kind of follow it, it'll take you to the right places. My ex got me this self-cleaning hairbrush. It was only $7. Is this a sign? That's going to get a lot of engagement, but the only thing is it might hit the right audience. It might hit people who are engaging more with it. Is it going to hit the product, the function? We don't know. Is it going to hit that right audience that's just buying it for the best prices? We don't know. But what I can tell you is it's going to get a lot of engagement, and it's always worth the shot. So like those, as you can see, we went from very controlled to still controlled. And obviously we're stating the product, the function, the offer at all times. But, we had some fun with it. So please watch that through back. That's just that you just saw me live create creatives. I haven't done that for anybody. I've never posted on YouTube before. And that's super valuable because everybody has their own thought process that goes through that. And I think I'm really happy I just did this section. That should be probably some of the most valuable info on the internet, and people in the past have tried to pay me tens of thousands of dollars for that. So there you guys go. We have just made our creatives. Now, what do you do once the creatives are made? So once the link is copied, all you got to do is email it to yourself, and you're going to do that for all the same links. So I'm going to do, so now let's go do these other links. Don't miss a beat here, guys. Don't miss a beat. This is very unforeseen information. All right. These are actually, man, these creatives, see, this is when I start to get excited. Once the site's done, the grunt work's done, and then these creatives are just amazing. So I'm really excited to actually launch this site now. Do post these ads. It's going to take about another 1 to 2 hours. It could, and then sometimes it approves instantly, but like 2 hours max to approve. So once we have that, we're going to go ahead and go into our email, and we're going to see all these amazing links. And next to it, we're going to go ahead, open SnapTick. SnapTick right now, SnapTick video downloader. And we're just going to take these links here and go ahead and paste. You could duplicate and do a bunch of these at once, honestly. Sorry if this is confusing, but I'm just duplicating it 4 times so I can do it faster. SnapTick, man, they got so many ads, bro. They got to do better. Okay. But it's really hard. A lot of these sites are not reliable, and SnapTick is the one that I started launching TikTok ads in 2020. That's when I started doing that, and I always use the same method, and it's always worked. I don't have unprofitable days. Once you have so many control variables and things that you do in place, like, you don't have unprofitable days. So, okay. It looks like downloading HD is giving us a hard time because of that ad, so it doesn't matter. We'll just download in normal quality. Download, 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 download. So now I can go to my downloads, and as you can see on my computer,
Me? Obsessed with you?
we have these beautiful
Yes.
creatives. Well, guys, that's thought process, click by click, everything I do to create my creatives. Now, guys, let's move on to launching the ads. My favorite part, the most exciting, TikTok Ads Manager, baby. So since we added everything up in the beginning, you should be good to go now, and you can go ahead and just click on campaign. If it's showing something else, just click on campaign. This is where I want to show you guys. So really quickly, I want to talk to you guys about what you're looking for with ads. And I want to be as straightforward as possible. This is a testing campaign. Really, our whole goal is to make profit on the store. So what we have here is let's go to our online store. Let's go to our product page. What a pleasure. Again, what a pleasure to be doing this with you guys. I'm super happy. We got to do a whole free course. I've never seen anyone really just go from 0 to hero, showing exactly as they would their own. And you guys are first to see it in my eyes as well. So let's see. We have our product page now, and we're going to go ahead and create a campaign. Now pay attention very closely here, because this is crucial. I'm going to be doing as well as I can to explain everything within this, but you're going to want to do advanced create. Don't show this again, and you're going to want to do advanced create. Okay. We're getting a little glitch there. Request aborted. Okay, perfect. Okay, I went through advanced create. So what you want to be doing is you're going to be going for website conversions. All right, so website conversions, and we're going to call it test CBO. Now, for testing, for some reason, I've always found, and again, you guys are beginning, and the first thing you want to do is make profit on the store, right? You don't want to just kind of be testing around and trying to find what creative works the best. Although we're going to be testing, what creative works the best and what TikTok is optimizing and catering towards, what we will find, this is just going to be the best strategy. So I know people who are more advanced, they're going to come into this and be like, oh, what's Soldier's testing strategy? He's using a CBO. That's odd, because it doesn't really tell you the exact, what metrically wise, what creative's performing best. The CBO is here to optimize the budget of your campaign. So it's basically what it's going to do. It's going to take the money that you give it. Let's say $50 a day. That's what we're going to give it. It's going to give it $50 a day, and it's going to say, do what works best. It's not going to go and give each ad group the same. It's not going to give each ad group the same budget and that way you can compare exact metrics. That's not what's needed. This isn't a high scaling strategy. This is simply testing if your site and product and offer works and making sure it works before you do anything else and making sure you can make money drop shipping. And just a quick insight, TikTok Ads Manager works in folders. You have 1, your campaign, 2, your ad group. Those are your settings for your ads, and then 3, your ads, the ads that we just created. So but we'll go along, but our campaign is obviously what is going to house everything. So we're just going to call it a test CBO, and we're going to turn on campaign budget optimization and at least $50 a day. Guys, I really recommend, if you're just starting out and don't have much of a budget, to get a job and make sure that you can fund this or anything else. You don't want to be like thinking like you don't really want to put yourself until you are making money with ecom into quitting your job or anything like that. So what we're going to do now is create a pixel, and we're going to create a brand new one. Brand spanking new, baby. So skip create pixel, and we're going to do a partner setup. It's just easy for the video. Obviously there's a lot of things you can do, but you just go ahead and open the Shopify app, and then let's see, I believe it's just TikTok. Oh yeah. So go ahead and install the TikTok app. There's so many ways to install pixels, guys. This is like the simplest, easiest way to install a pixel. So we're just going to go ahead and install. I'm telling you, we're going to take easy clean in the moon. In the beginning, I was like, you know what? Maybe I just leave this for the course, but I think it would be a really fun project just to show you guys maybe live how crazy I could scale this up with exactly just as I showed you, everything literally live. So TikTok marketing is what we're going to be doing. We're going to go ahead and set that up and connect our TikTok for business account. So this is going to be great. Go ahead and connect that. Create Shopify. We already got that. Connect. Just click connect. The APIs and cookies should automatically just have it all figured out. Data sharing, we're going to do maximum. Logic controversy of text tested. There's lots of controversy and lots of different beliefs of this, especially when in Facebook. But what have I done $1 million months with? Maximum. So we're going to keep that at maximum. And then company info, it should just automatically match everything up and you're good. You can go ahead and just finish setup and you have your pixel creative. How was your experience setting up TikTok? It was good. That was very fast. Okay, that's enough. And then we're going to go over back to our events manager and click finish. You should just be able to refresh it and it should pop up right now. Yeah, so we have our pixel. And we're just going to go ahead there and boom. That is how you connect your pixel, guys. So what is a pixel? And we're going to set the optimization event to complete payment. So what is a pixel? A pixel is just going to be on your website tracking your customers' data. So it's going to, when you're running your ads, it's going to be showing you things like how many people are going to your page views, how many people are going into the cart, how many people are purchasing the product. Is it always going to be 100% accurate? No, it's not. That's why there's other metrics to look at, test with, scale off of. But again, guys, as simple as possible, running a CBO, you don't really need to worry about all of that stuff. Really, the only thing is it profitable or is it not? And obviously, if you're getting crazy metrics that are high, such as like $1 plus cost per clicks, something could be wrong, and there's ways to diagnose what's wrong. But in this event, it's really, CBOs are just the best. ABOs are much more, complex and made for scaling, as we'll go into our scaling strategy and we'll use some of those. So for placements, we're going to go ahead and just select placements. I'm going to turn off all this. I'm going to turn off user comment. I'm going to turn off video download, mainly because, only competitors are going to be downloading it. And then we're going to also turn off video sharing, mainly because, you might be thinking, oh, they're going to show their family and friends. It's only going to show a buy link for people when they're actually natively seeing the ad. Otherwise, if they share it, it's not like they can go and make a purchase. So, all right. So next thing we're going to do is we want to the best thing to do is just advertise in the United States and Canada if you can. I'd highly recommend it for anybody starting out. Like, this is what you do when you're starting out. This is, if you want to make money, like drop shipping today, like you just follow these exact steps. So 18 all the way to 55 plus. And we're just going to choose that. We're going to leave all of this blank. Although TikTok does have some pretty good, it's always one thing I can tell you with TikTok, guys, is you got to understand a majority of the people are a lot like younger. And I'm not saying like they're all like 12 years old. I just mean they're all kind of 30 or below. And let's be honest, I'm 22 and, you know, I have money. So a lot of people have money. They have jobs and they have $20, you know what I mean? So it's not like it was 10 years ago. It's a lot of young people have money nowadays. So the best way I've always found to run ads is from noon to noon. And the way I mean that is, I'd say like noon to, we're going to day part. That's all. Okay. Long story short, we're going to day part. Follow this. So we're going to set it from every weekday. The ads are going to run from 12 noon. And I mean, you could do 11 a.m. too, depending on your time zone. Let's just say 11 to 11. That's perfect. Because I was going to say noon to 11, but 11 to 11 is when you want all your ads to run. This is when people are going home. This is when they're on their phone. This is common human anthropology. So I know people who get super specific within hours of every certain day. I don't think it's that crazy. I can just tell you, would you rather be running and spending your budget from midnight to 10 a.m. or would you rather be spending your budget from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.? When are people going to be on their phone? Because TikTok, it's going to spend the same amount of money. And you'd think TikTok is really good at finding the buyers that are going to be purchasing, you know, at all hours of the day. But it's just, no, like a lot of people, especially in the US and Canada, they're going to be asleep during these hours. Unless you're targeting big 5 countries, I wouldn't recommend running a 24-hour campaign. Now, 24-hour campaigns, I do use them in a lot of my scaling strategies that I am running big 5 to. But since we're just testing out and running to United States and Canada only as our locations, we are just going to want to leave it as that, and we can go ahead and click next. All right, so we're actually all the way now to the ad layer of setting up our testing campaign. And this is going to be very easy, honestly. We have amazing ads, and I'm really excited to launch these ads. Create a custom ID. So we're just going to go ahead and basically just enter the store name as so. And guys, I know so many tabs are going to get open when you're doing this. Just be aware of that and don't get frantic. Always, it's okay to delete your tabs at the top. Otherwise you're going to have 30, 40 tabs open and you're going to be like, what did I just do? So go ahead and add this display name. Okay. And you can add a picture. We'll add a picture as well for the hell of it, for the sake of it. We want to perform, right? So we can add our picture of our hairbrush that cleans itself. And, we're going to go to our library, upload. So we're going to just add those 4 snap ticks that we created, and we can go ahead and just click upload. All right. So obviously it's going to upload these all into one ad, and we want it to be separate. So it's going to upload them. It's okay. And, okay. So we just upload them, but okay, so we uploaded a total of 1 ad and we have 3 other ads, right? So we're going to have a text and a call to action. So a call to action, let me open it up. We're going to keep it as dynamic. That's just going to show it to what users, like let's say some person likes to click on order now or some person likes to click on shop now. It's just going to do that math for you and give the users the best button based on their previous shopping experiences. Keep it easy, straightforward. Sale ends today. And then we're going to go ahead and just use, hold on. Going to go ahead and use our website. Now, I know you guys saw and know that we had that amazing domain. I wish I could be using that domain right now. I think I might go snag it. I don't know. No, I'll leave it for you guys. But yeah, so go ahead and add our domain. And we just go ahead and launch ads. So the next thing you need to do is once you launch ads, you just got to add it. All right, so now you should have an email that says, congratulations on your first TikTok campaign. And honestly, congrats. You guys actually did it and took dropshipping seriously. So what you could do now is you're going to go to your campaign and you're going to select it. We're almost done here, guys. And you're going to go to copy this and you're going to do it 3 times. So what happens is you'll have a total of 4 ad groups. And then just everything should be the same. Just go down and make sure your timing and day parting is still correct. and you can just click continue to ads. And then it's going to basically just load up the same ad, that same first ad that you initially launched. And it's going to take a second here, so we just be patient. All right. Easy clean, baby. Easy clean. We're going for gold here. So we got our $7 today only ad, and we're just going to go ahead and publish it again for all the ad groups. So there's going to be a total of 4 ad groups, 4 ads. So each ad group has 1 ad within it, but it's all currently the same ad. It's the first ad that we created, the $7 today only one, as you see here. So we're just going to click back to campaign. And now all we do is we just make sure we go back to this campaign level. You want to make sure you have your campaign selected. Good thing we do. And you're going to want to make sure you have all of the ad groups selected. So that way, when you click ads in the folder, it will show up. And then all we do is we keep this first one, the $7 today only. And all we're going to do is just go down for these next 3 and change up the video. So we should already have it. We uploaded all of them. Update here, add from library. And we're just going to go from left to right, but skip this middle one because we already did that one. And we're just going to boom. All right, that one's updating. And then see, look, these are already going active, guys. I told you that so a lot of people have problems getting their ads up, but look at us. All right, look at us go. So we're going to go to this. Update from library. Like I said, left to right. All right, so we're going to do this one. It's the last one. This is beautiful, guys. I'm really happy. Like this is monumental. This is going to change some lives here. Even though this one's already approved, we're just going to edit it because I'm sure the other ones, once we reload the page, are approved as well. That's what we go for. Instant approvals, baby. Obviously, it's going to take a while before traffic starts actually running to the store. I'm excited to actually see what happens. But yeah, so we're going to update this from the library. And we're going to choose this last one. Now, guys, what a beautiful thing. But now, what a beautiful thing. We have just launched our first campaign. And now you might be wondering, what do I do? What do I do next? You can go play around with your store. You can go take a nap. You can go work out. You can go get dinner. You could do whatever you want. You just launched ads. And the best way to really do this is wait a couple days. Don't look at them and wait a couple days. You don't really need to be so nitpicky in the very beginning. I say just let them run. And yeah, so obviously scaling the ads, making judgment, there's a lot that goes into that. And it's sad that I kind of have to leave you off here, but this is truly the end and the beginning of how you started up and, go on with ads managers and everything, launch your ads. So I want to leave you guys with something. Now, just because you made it this far doesn't mean, just because you made it this far doesn't mean it's over. And it's really sad that I have to leave you off with this, but there's so much more to dropshipping. There's building out different facets of your business, your fulfillment team, your processing side, you're scaling your ads, not just launching TikTok ads, Facebook, Google ads, $100,000, $1 million months. There's so much to it. And obviously you guys can connect with me and be a part of the team, be a part of the group on the Discord and everything like that. And, we can communicate on there. I'm in there every single day. But guys, I need to leave you with something. There's always going to be problems. Your ads manager might blow out. Your Shopify account might blow out. Things are going to happen. Problems are going to occur. You're going to have problems with suppliers. It's a business, and you got to treat it like one. So through any process and any problems you ever have, I personally have the solution to anything you need. So feel free to just connect with me on Instagram at Leo Kuzno. You can just DM me and consult with me one-on-one. When I have time, I love to go through my DMs and help out there where I can. You just launch your Shopify ads, pat yourself on the back, go celebrate. This is a big step in the right direction. Much love to you guys. It's been real.